not even mean Bauer's game for me.
One quick show note before we get into the gameplay. If you want to see how the game is played, this solo video is going to show you all the different aspects of the game that you do want to see that we can play in the solo version. However, I do want to forewarn you that I ended up screwing up big time because I couldn't find one particular card. But if you want to see just what my impressions are of the game based on just what you're doing in the game, which, spoilers, is really stinking cool, click right there and that'll show you. Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another gameplay video, another solo gameplay video, and today I'm very excited to be playing The Few and Cursed, a curse-chasing adventure from Rock Manor Games. This is for 1 to 4 players. Age is 13 plus. It'll take about 90 minutes to play, and this is based on the comic, in which you're going to be playing as someone in a post-apocalyptic Wild West world where water has pretty much just gone kaput. And so now water is actually used as the currency. You're going to be going around taking one action per turn in this very different, unique deck-building game, but I've got it all set up for a solo game. Let's get started. But the first thing I want to mention is that there's 3 different solo variants you can play as. I'm not actually going to be playing as the Dark Arts, which means I'm going to have to move my way around the board and collect 4 different artifacts of different colors. Now these actually, they can be face up. You just pick whichever one you want, but those are going to be some super awesome cards that I'm going to try to acquire. Now, the other thing is that I have to share the same space as Crow Prime, which I believe is one of the super bad monsters, who will eventually come out once I've caught enough bad guys or progressed far enough through the game. So the thing to remember on the solo game is the setup is, for the most part, the same. However, at the end of every single one of my turns, and I'll be walking you through it with this nice quick reference right here, I'm going to discard 1 card from over here in the most wanted pile. So there's wanted over here, which are bad guys who are going to keep coming back. They're low-level cronies that I can fight. But these are how I'm going to get the big baddie out that I need to end on that space with the 4 artifacts. However, I will lose if the monster, any monster, enters San Andreas and destroys it, which makes it think of Grand Theft Auto, or if your health ever drops to 0, and I only start with 3 health, so I do need to be careful about that. So let's take a look at my player board, and then we will walk you through how the game works. So on my player board, I've already selected 2 jobs. You get 4 jobs dealt to your hand, and then you keep 2 of them at the beginning of the game. And normally, if I were playing this as a multiplayer game, the grit would be the most important thing here. That's that yellow symbol right here. Those are victory points. However, I have a completely different objective, so I'm not really worried about grit, and I'm not really worried about completing these jobs too much. Normally, in the regular version of the game, if I don't complete them, I would actually lose that number of points. So if I didn't complete these 2 jobs, I would lose 15 points at the end, which would be a big deal. However, I have a completely different objective. Now, the important thing you need to know is my card is right here. Now, how this works is you're going to have bullets right here, and you're going to trade in bullets to do damage. So this is the bullet symbol, this is the damage symbol, and there's a nice little iconography here. So I also start with $4, and I start with my own unique asymmetrical deck of cards. So I'm going to draw 4 of these cards, and now my turn has started. So the first thing you're going to do is called Improvise, which this is how the game does deck building. You're going to look at the top 2 cards right here, and I'm going to pick one and put it into my hand. Wow, not really much of a choice here. Call the Darkness or Call the Darkness, because I'm a terrible shuffler. So I will obviously take Call the Darkness, and I will put it into my hand. And that's the first phase. We have done phase 1, the Improvise phase. Now you're going to do what's called either an encounter or, if you're in San Andreas, shop or visit the job board. So anywhere else out in the wilderness, you're going to draw one of these cards over here. Either a card that will have one of the 3 locations, desert, ruins, a canyon, and then you're going to do an event. Or if you happen to be on a cursed spot, which are the like the ruins, the cursed hangman's trees, the places with names, then you're going to draw one of these cards where a big event will happen with a picture, even fancy enough. But for right now, we are in San Andreas, so we're going to do a San Andreas encounter, which is either going to allow us to visit the job board and get more jobs and also trade in one of our jobs that we don't want if we don't think we're going to complete it, which I don't think we're going to be doing too frequently in this game, in the solo game, because I don't really see a point to doing too many of the jobs. But the other thing you can do is go to the store. And this is the only place you can do it in the game, as far as I know, unless there's some cards that wiggle some stuff. But this is really the important spot. So I have $4, and I can buy any one of these, Also, a la King of Tokyo, you can wipe out everything in this row and get 3 new cards. That does not cost anything. It's called a refresh, and you can do it once every time you go to the store. The other thing you can do are these 4 nifty ones right here, which you don't want to forget. You can buy a bullet, which would just bloop, bump you up on the bullet track. You can increase your bullet capacity, which will move actually this black one, which is great. And you can see it's real nice there. It already starts with a 5. Or increase your curse threshold, bump that up. Or increase your health. Just because health, the limit is 10, but it can go up, it can go down. And in fact, if I wanted to complete this job, I would have to get to 9 health, and then I'd gain $5 and 10 grit. But getting to 9 health, very difficult in this game. So, I am going to decide that I am going to visit the store. I feel like that's a no-brainer. And what do we got down here? I could buy one of these, or I could buy this hat. Now, this hat is going to go into my inventory right down here. It's got this nice little inventory symbol. It just goes in my backpack. I don't know why it doesn't go in my head, but hey, whatever. Not picking hairs here, splitting hairs. So that would give me +1 damage every single turn. That's nice, but I kind of feel like I need to increase my curse threshold. And you'll see why when we start traveling, because as you can see around the board, there's different icons for when you're traveling, because you're going to be traveling all around this board, especially in this particular game mode where my whole goal is to travel around to get these artifacts. Ooh, there's a horse down there. So I don't want to wipe this because I might want to come back for that horse, but I'm going to spend my $4, $3, and I'm going to increase my curse threshold by 1, and that's what I'm deciding to do at the store. Also, you can purchase the top card right here, too, if it's there. So that is another thing you can purchase. So, we have done our encounter. We do an encounter every single turn, and now we get to what is called the action phase. And this is really quite simple. This is where you're going to look at your cards and decide what you want to do with your turn. So, we're going to go over all the different actions right now, and then we'll just start playing the game more regularly. But I do want to go over all the different actions, because this is really the heart of the game. I do want to say, I kind of like how the rules are laid out as well. They try to make it look like a comic book, which I thought was nice. So, the one we're going to do quite frequently, 4 times if we want to win, is recover an artifact, which means we have to go to a specific location where there are artifacts and then choose one to acquire to your hand. This will give me a fancy card that will do fancy things, but we're not there yet. And remember to take the artifact token that matches the card you selected. We don't have to actually do that in this mode. In fact, once in the solo game, once we take one, all of those go away because you have to get all 4 different colored artifacts. Also, a nice thing is the game came with stickers, and you can make your own fancy ones as well, which is great. I do like that, and I will plan on doing that. So that is recover an artifact. The next thing you can do is you can have an encounter in a specific location. So let's say I moved 1 space, and then I had an encounter right here, and then I would need to go to the map, because that is one thing that does bug me a little bit, is that you are either in what is called the ruins, the desert, or the canyons, and it's not always the clearest to see exactly what it is when you're first starting the game, especially if you're not that knowledgeable about what a ruin or a canyon is, as I am not. But anywho, you can have another encounter in your turn, so your turn could essentially be encounter if you really wanted it to. Next, you can defeat a bounty, and this is where these wanted and most wanted. So there's wanted over here, these are the cronies, and then most wanted, which these are the big bad guys who are going to give you really awesome bonuses when you defeat them. But let's take a look at a card. So if I wanted to take out the Rattler's Elite, I would need to go to Mountain View, which is all the way down here. I would then have to turn in 10 damage with the cards that I have in my hand, because now I have at this moment, I have 5 cards in my hand, so I would need to turn in 10 damage with those cards, or with my hat, or with any other equipment that I happen to have, or tokens or whatnot. Not tokens, the cards that I have. So, you can do that, and then you flip over to the top one. We're obviously not ready to do that right now. We're going to need to load up. So, the next thing you can do is to rob another player. Obviously not going to do this in the solo version of the game, but if you're sharing a space with this, and you can rob them. Pretty self-explanatory. You do have to spend your attack, though. The next thing you can do is take your character action, and your character action is going to be a very specific action that only you have. So I have my Jebediah right here, and if I get cursed, which we'll talk about curse a little bit later, I will have a different action. So look at the top, look at the jobs of another player. You may swap a job with them. This kind of annoys me a little bit, because this is obviously not a special ability that's going to work in the solo version of the game. So if I decide to do that, we're just going to cheat a little bit, and I will put those 2 out, and I'll just have 2 jobs to pick from. I feel like that's fair, because everyone starts with 2 jobs. the last action you can do is called camping. And when you camp, that is when you are going to shuffle the discard pile and your deck together. Now, I know you're saying, what? That's weird. That is weird. It's weird, it's wonky, but that's how this game works, and it works thematically as well. You have to go back to San Andreas, which is like your home, unless you set up camp. And because normally what will happen is if I ever have to draw cards, and I'm not able to draw cards, and I need to, shuffle up my deck, then I actually have to return back to San Andreas. When you camp, you also gain a health, which is nice as well. So let's take a look at what's in my hand and decide what we want to do. We got this curse. Copy the effect of another card you play this phase. If it's an artifact, lose a health. We got a train robber. So this one is 1 movement and 1 action. And that would actually be how we would get to the next spot. So if I wanted to go to this right here, because all these spots are the places you can go. So if I wanted to go right here, I would need to spend 1 action, 1 movement and 1 action. What is that one called? 1 attack. Why do I have such a hard time remembering that? Now, if I don't have the attack, I can still move, but I take damage. So essentially, I wasn't able to defend myself, so I took a damage. So if I just had a movement, I could move there and take a damage. You can never move if you don't have any movement. So yeah, I think I will do that for sure. And this, you actually kind of want to plan out what you're doing and then just do it all at one time, but I don't see it really that big of a harm doing that. So let's see, that's 2 more movement. Ooh, $2. Yeah, I'm definitely going to play this. Get $2. I want $2 because I need that money. And then we could use this, and that would get us right there. So I don't think it's a bad idea. So we will use our curse card, which means we are going to go up 1 curse since we're copying the effect of this card. We could get $2, but I'd much rather get this, which means now we have moved here. All of these cards are going to go to my discard pile, and now I still have to take an action, though, because the movement is not your action. And I don't believe I've taken an action this turn. I haven't defeated a bounty. I haven't recovered an artifact. I haven't robbed another player. I haven't done another encounter. I could camp, or encounter again, or manipulate jobs, but I don't think I really want to do that. So let's go ahead and have ourselves an encounter. So just to refresh my memory of what exactly this is, because I think it's ruins. I think it's ruins because it's like the older buildings, but they do have luckily a page right here to clarify it. So ruins, yes. You really shouldn't need this, and I hope on the back of the board it actually, because this is a double-sided board, I just want to flip it over. So this is in fact the ruins, like I thought it was. So that's good. So we will do an encounter in the ruins. We are not in a cursed area, because the cursed areas are the number 3s, which, as I mentioned, are the places with names. So let's see what we got. We are in the ruins. After investigating and securing the ruins, you make camp and breathe a much-needed sigh of relief. For once, it seems like nothing of consequence will strike you. Well, that is delightful. Great. All right. So, now that we have taken our 1 action, we've played the cards we do, let's get to the cleanup phase, which is where you can discard any cards you want. But do remember, if you discard cards, it is going to cycle through your deck faster, which means that you're going to have to return back to San Andreas. And since our whole goal is to get to the outside of the maps to get these artifacts, not in the plans. So draw back up to 4 cards. I have 2, so I will draw 2 additional cards from my deck. Blah, blah. And then return to San Andreas if you had to shuffle, which I did not. Monsters move towards San Andreas, and they just move 1 space closer. Pass the first player token counterclockwise, which we're not going to do in solo mode. But then, don't forget, because I actually was about to shoot this video earlier, and I did forget this huge rule, you have to make sure that you take out one of these cards right over here, since we're playing the special solo variant of the game. If you do not capture a most wanted bounty, you must discard 1 from the pile of your choosing. So this is essentially guessing game, because I need to get one of the specific monsters down at the bottom. But which one of these people is going to be the hardest to kill, and which one's not going to help me the most? So this guy right here, I need 14 to kill him. It's not really going to, it's going to heal me 1. Actually, health is kind of nice. So we'll get rid of this guy. We'll get rid of him. He's 15. He's in Mano, Lano. I don't even know where that is, but I'm not going to worry about it. So we flip over the next one, and bada boom, we have the Hangmen. Ooh, that one's nice. So if we kill them with 12 damage, we will actually go down 4 cursed. So that could be good. So that's the first turn, and we have just played an entire round of the game. So let's get back to it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to improvise. So let's take a look at the 2 cards. +2 bullets, or... ooh, +1 damage and -1 curse. I feel like keeping track of my curses is definitely a good idea. So as much as I do want that card, I will take this card and put it directly into my hand. Definitely an interesting form of deck building there. So now we're going to do an encounter. And since we are no longer in San Andreas, we're actually going to have an encounter with one of the cards. So we are still in the ruins. I don't think it'll be so nice this time. It's so sweltering that the stones of the ruins are hot to the touch. How? Even when you're in the shade, heat seems to permeate everywhere. You don't think you can go on much further without some water. Ooh, -2 water, so I have to drink my money or discard 4 cards. Luckily, I played that card last time, which gave me the $2, so I will discard 2 water, because discarding 4 cards, that really stinks. So, moving on, we need to see if we can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movement. Wow. 5 movement, and we're going to take 2 curses to get there. Holy guacamole. So we got 2 movement here. We have another Jebediah. That gets us to 4 movement. That gets us to the 5 movement we need right there. That's good. But we would have to take 3 curses, which would take us to curse. Now, being cursed is not necessarily bad. However, well, it is bad, actually, because we do less attack. But we're not going to be attacking much, right? Not right now, at least. Right now, we're going to get those oh-so-sweet artifacts and sweeten up our deck. So I'm willing to take that. And plus, we just got a card that actually gets rid of one, so we could even get uncursed if we wanted to. But I don't want to do that right now. So we're going to go 2, 3, and then this will copy that. So 4, 5. So we have 1, 2. We take a curse. 3, 4. And then 5, and we take another curse. Bam! But since we use this card, we're also going to take another curse, which means we have now become cursed. And penalty, reshuffling your deck doesn't return you to San Andreas, but instead you suffer 1, which actually for this particular game mode might not be terrible as long as we can take care of our health. Now going back to San Andreas is nice because we get the store, we get to upgrade stuff, but we're here, we're in the mountain view, which means the obvious choice to do our action is, of course, to recover an artifact. So let's take a look at the 3 purple artifacts right here and decide which one we want. Where did my artifact cards go? There they are. So we have that one right there, that one right there, and the book. Yes, so which one of these 3 is going to tickle my fancy? This one gives us +4 movement. Wow! And 1 curse, though. And it would be 7 points, which would normally be great, but not so much now. +3 cards. Wow, that symbol, let me make sure I'm understanding that. I believe that is draw 3 cards. Draw 3 cards. That's promising. But I feel like this one is the good one. 3 movement, 1 damage, and $2. That $2 is really what I like, because I think we're going to probably swing by San Andreas before we get another artifact. At least that's part of the plan. And this goes directly into my hand, which is nice. I'll be able to use that next turn, and it means I'll be drawing 1 less card from here, which means 1 less time I'm hopefully going to have to shuffle. So these go away. Bing, bing, bing. Oh, I do want to put this over here to keep track that I do have the purple artifact in my deck, because that is my goal. And so now that is the end of the action phase. So we're going to discard cards, not likely. Draw back up to 4 cards. So now we're only going to draw 1 card, which, woo, we got some damage. Maybe we can hurt something. And we go ahead and return to San Andreas if we shuffled, which we did not. Monster players move towards San Andreas, not happening. And then we discard 1 of these cards. So I have some damage here. I have 2, 3, 4 damage, and by uncursing myself, this would actually turn me back to here, which means we could get up to 7 damage, which means we're going to kill nothing. Okay. But, this is this. Do I want to go from the same deck and get a monster out and hope it's the right monster, or do I want to try and stall for time? I feel like I'm going to try and stall for time. And so we're going to get rid of the most, 14 is going to be really hard to get. So we're going to get rid of that one. Bye-bye. And now we have, a 6. It's going to be 4, and his last scene in the desert. So any desert space I can go to, Kaul the Coward. I could take him out. I got him. All right, so that has been the turn. Now we're on to the Improvise. Ooh, 2 bullets. I like that. 2 bullets. Well, that's good. I'm a poor shuffler. So now, what do we do? let's see, this would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get back to San Andreas with taking 1 curse. This is 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's more curses going this way. So I feel like we should go that way to head back to San Andreas, and maybe, or maybe not. I don't know. So, I kind of want to end in the desert, because I want to be able to take out Kaul the coward, and so I believe the desert space, the nearest desert space, is right there. So I think that's a solid plan. That's going to give us $4, which we can then spend back in San Andreas. So I'm going to go right here, which would actually move me 1, because whenever you take a curse, when you're already cursed, you move the cube, but you also take a point of health damage. So what I'm actually going to do first is play that, which will knock me down 1, and then I'll go back up to 1. So just for a split second, I'm not cursed, but now I'm back to being cursed. I will also reload my gun, which now means I have my full 5 bullets, which means I'll be able to take out that coward. And then, or I could do that instead. No, but I want to get rid of the curse. Getting rid of the curse is very important to me at this time. Plus, if I only use these 2 cards, that means that I won't even have to shuffle, because I'll be drawing my 4th card. Ha-ha! Strategy. So, we've reloaded our gun. We are going to stop in the desert for now. And now, I am actually going to try and take out, boom, this guy right here. So, how does this work? The combat is really quite simple. There's no dice roll and nothing like that. I just have to come up with 6 attack on this fool. And luckily, I already have 1. Oh, I can get to 5, but I am going to have to use a card. Oh, that stinks. Unless I don't reload. Let's pretend that I didn't reload. Let's see if that changes anything. So that is 1 damage, 3 damage. Nope, it doesn't matter. We're still only going to be able to get to 5 damage. All right, so we're going to just do that, and we have 2 damage, 3 damage, and then I'm going to have to shoot him twice because I'm cursed, unfortunately. Stinking curse, which means I'm going to lose 4 bullets grand total. So I was at 5, which puts me down to 1. But that will give me +2 and +2 damage. So you can do that as many times as you want, as many bullets as you have. So I have 4, 6, 7 damage, and he is donezo, which means I'll take 5, put back 1, and just like that, did the dang thing. Discard pile. Normally, I'm pretty sure you'd keep this guy because you get the victory points down here, but not going to do that. I don't really need it. And whoa! Oh no! That's the Manolana. Oh my gosh. I think we might have just lost the game. Oh, this is bad. This is so bad. So let's make sure we do this 100% correctly, because we have now just ran into a big stinking problem. We have defeated our bounty, which is great. However, when you flip over a monster card, grab and place its figure on the last seen location, which is... Last seen, the Manolana. Oh, this is Crow Prime. The Manolana. Where is Manolana? So he's right. Oh, he's down there. And this is big dude. Oh, no. That's bad. That's real bad. If a monster ever ends around by entering San Andreas, the game ends immediately. Now, I do believe I actually need to be on the same spot with Manolana. I believe that was the one that was in the solo rules. I don't remember. I'm going to double check real quick. Yes, I need to collect 4 objectives and share the same space as the Crow Prime. Oh, no, I don't. I just need to kill him. So we're going to kill the Manolana. How much health does he have? 22 health! Oh, my gosh. So, my game has completely changed now, folks, because I need to get to San Andreas. I need to get some damage ready, and we're going to have ourselves a big old shootout. Oi, this is going to be a rough one. But he does have 1, 2, he's got a while before he's going to creep there. I got time to plan. Don't panic yet. So, discard. No, dear God, no. But we're cursed. This actually works out for us. So, oh no, it's actually kind of bad. So, since we do have to draw back up to 4 cards, it means we're going to have to shuffle. We put all of our cards back in here and shuffle them up. Return to San Andreas if shuffled, but since we are cursed, our penalty is reshuffling your deck doesn't return to San Andreas, but instead suffer 1 damage, which sounded good before because we need to go around the board to get artifacts, but now it kind of sounds crummy because this big Manolana is coming straight for San Andreas. So, draw my 4 cards. We move the monster towards there, and he goes the quickest route, which I believe would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Bam! Okay. Yikes. We might actually need to run up here, grab another artifact, because those artifacts are super powerful. So I imagine at this point I could actually check to see what these artifacts are. They are the red artifacts. So let's see what they do. And let's see if one of these is hopefully super powerful. That one, not going to help. Not going to help at all. This one gets this is +2 damage. Still not the best. And this one is +3 damage and +2. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's what we need right now, friends. I'm going to set that there because I want to remember to go grab that. Taking my damage, and now we improvise. Let's see what we get. Give me some heavy damage here. -2 cursing. That's actually really good. That's actually really good because that's going to get us uncursed. And if we're uncursed, that means that we can do a little bit more damage. So, what's the next card? Plus a curse, $4. No, trust me, I'd love to go treasure hunting if we were playing the regular version of the game, in which you're going to try and do a little bit of everything, I would imagine. But for right now, I need to get uncursed. I need to get uncursed before I deal with this guy. All right. So, reloading seems like a great... You know what? I feel like we should hold on to that card, because you don't really need to reload right this second. Are any of these going to... Oh, wow. We could destroy some of these. Let us trash a card. Let us get money. These are double-sided, too. I wonder if they're different on the back. Oh, it's just different artwork. But still. Oh, this one's a little bit more difficult. Oh, and you set it up randomly. Okay, okay. So if we travel here... So if we go, I feel like we should go get the twins. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of movement. That's a lot of movement. So it's 2 right there. That's not going to get us anywhere close. Yikes. Perhaps, well, that'll get us 1, 2. So it'll get us there. We need 2 damage as well, which means we can use these 2 cards and we can go 1, we can go 2. And I feel like that's a good turn. I really wish I could copy this. Should I get uncursed? I feel like I should get uncursed because an event might hurt me right now. Wait, am I already uncursed? I am uncursed! What? Did I miss this? No, I feel like I'm cursed. Yeah. So, now we're going to go uncursed just to be safe. That way we can do more damage. Also, if we need to shuffle, that means hopefully we can hit this and then immediately hit San Andreas. So as long as we can stay uncursed, go to the expedition, grab the artifact, then shuffle, hit San Andreas, we will be hopefully locked and loaded with some cash so we can then stock up and take this mug down. But now we have got to our encounter. Oh, no. We should have done the encounter first. Oh, my goodness. Did I forget to do the encounter last time? That happened. It happens. But now we'll do it correctly. Which is why I need to keep the quick reference near me so I remember to do the encounter. I just get so excited about what I'm going to do. All right, so we are in, I believe this would be considered a canyon, but I will double check just because I didn't grow up in the desert and it is all, yes, it's a canyon. Cool. Don't say guess yourself. You hear cries for help on the trail ahead. A man is trapped under the corpse of a woman, but the corpse is somehow alive and attacking him. You can shoot the corpse in the head, -2 attack to gain some grit, +1 victory point, which I don't care about, or kick it off of the man for a reward. Yeah, we'll kick it off the man for $2. Booyah! You're welcome, sir. I really should be making sure I remember to do those encounters. So luckily that had no impact on any of this, so we are good with all those actions right there. But we still have to take our other action, which means we're in a canyon, so we could fight zombies to get $3. Ooh, that actually sounds kind of tempting. I could reload my gun, and then we could take them out. No, they have 4 health. Wait, what are the zombies? Let's see, canyons, they have 4 health. You can do this. Do I want to use all my cards? Yes, I need money. So we're actually going to do that. I'm going to reload my gun up to 3. I'm going to go down 1 on the cursed. And then I'm going to attack with 2 bullets for 3 damage, 4 damage, and we are going to take out the zombies. They stay there, and I could actually defeat them twice if I had enough damage, but I don't. But I will get the $3 because we're going to need that $3 to hopefully buy ourselves a nice hat, which will help us kill this guy, because this guy hates hats. Hates them. All right, all my cards. That hurts. That physically hurts using 5 cards. Ow, it hurts. Okay, let's see what happens next. So we've taken our action, and now we are going to discard. We have nothing to discard. We draw back up to 4 cards, which, yeah, we got time. We got time to get it, and then hit ourselves back in San Andreas. The monster... Actually, no, I feel like it goes fast. Is that the right one? Do I have the right figure? I do not have the right figure, I don't believe. I believe it's this guy, actually. Oh, yeah, he's way creepier. Whew. All right, so he is on the prowl. He is 1, 2, 3 spaces away from San Andreas. Yikes. So I've drawn my 4 cards, and now we're going to discard 1 card from out of here. I really don't want another monster coming right now, so we will... Last Seen Canyons, Butch... Yeah, we'll get rid of this guy. The reason I'm getting rid of this one is because you have to be in a very specific spot to kill him, and I'm not going back to Mountain View. Like, it's done. Got an ex-girlfriend there. It's really awkward between her, and I just prefer not to see her, and really, Mountain View is not that great if you really think about it. All right. Anywho, continue. Wow, she'll give me a -2 curse for 7 damage. She's doable. I meant that in a completely not weird way. All right, so, anywho, continuing forward, we are now improvising. Give me some damage or give me some movement. Uppercut, yeah, baby. Or movement, so now I have a hard decision. No, I don't. This dude is about to destroy my city. So I will take that damage, and bye-bye, pretty movement. Oh, you're so... Look, it could be up to 3. It's so much movement, but it's gone. So, 5 cards. Let's dance. Let's do it. We only have 1 movement. That hurts my soul. Oh, can we copy? We can copy, but that won't even get us to where we need to go. Unless we did it twice. But then we'd have to trash a card from our hand, and we are absolutely not trashing a card from my hand. Don't even think about trashing a card from my hand, but we'll get $2. Because we're stockpiling cash, baby. Stockpiling the cash. And if I happen to have a job that needed cash, they would just automatically come to me. You don't actually have to turn it in. Ooh. Oh, if I ever get to that, I would get $3 too. No, focus. Focus on him. Focus on him. All right. But I could swap. I could take my action. Well, let's see where I am. This looks like ruins. I'm going to guess that is ruins. It's a ruins of a pirate ship. And look at that. I'm already starting to get it. Double checking. Which is kind of cool. I like that thematic touch that this used to be an ocean or a lake or something, and now it is so dried up. Good. That is a nice thematic touch. Thank you, game designers. So, ruins, or graphic artists. Graphic designers, could be. So, I'm in the ruins. Is there anything I can defeat in the ruins? Canyons, ruins. Oh, her. She will knock me down 2 curse. I'm not even up to 2 curse, though. Which means I could copy this. 7 damage. How much? Oh, I don't have any bullets. Oh, no. New plan. Not taking out her. We are going to see. We're going to do an encounter and see what happens in the ruins. As the last man from the massacre bleeds out, he reaches out to you. You stretch out to meet his hand, and he smears blood all over your fingers before dying. If you're cursed, you taste the man's blood. Oh, I'm not cursed, so I don't get to taste the blood. That's a really cool thematic touch there. So, I really should have... Yeah, we're good. We're good. We did an encounter. Yeah, we had the encounter. We pushed that guy off, which means now bad things are happening. Draw back up to 4 cards. I really need a movement. I didn't get a movement. This is so bad. That's my bad song for games. Yeah, so that kind of was a gut punch there. Return to San Andreas have shuffled. We now move him 1 space closer. We now get rid of one of these cards. Let's see. Last Seen Cursed. Yeah, we'll get rid of that one. And we're 1 card away from the big monster. Oh, this is going to get... I don't think we're going to win. But we will continue to try. So improvise. Movement! No! I don't need to get rid... Do not give me another one of those. 1 movement. 1 stinking movement. Hey, that's better than no movement, right? Yeah, absolutely. That's a great attitude to have. So 3 cards here. I need to move 4 spaces. Let's see if we can make this happen. We can make it happen. I don't want to make it happen. It looks incredibly painful to make it happen this way, because this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cursed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which will push us to 6, and it will not kill us. It'll put us at 1 health. But this is the time in the game where I have to make the hard decision. I lose the game if I try and pussyfoot around this right now. So we are going hard. We're going now. Let's do it. Copy the effect of another card. Oh, wait. No, they're going to cancel each other out. Holy guacamole. This Path of Enlightenment is spectacular. So 1 move it, 2 move it, 3 move it, 4 move it. There's 2, there's 4. I need 1 attack. I can't take the attack. Wait, but I won't have to take the attack because I couldn't take the damage if I was getting super cursed, but I'm not going to get super cursed because I'm copying this card, which is going to cancel itself out. Booyah, baby! Nice. Okay, so let's actually do it. I need to move here. So it's going to be 2 spaces. So I do this and that, and then I go up 1 curse, but I actually go down 2. So bam, I'm to 0 at this point. And once again, I go up 1, but I go down 1. And then with this one, I'm just going to go up 2, but I go down 1 because I'm copying this card, and then I have to trash. Oh, no, I could trash card from my hand, too. Oh, that's not even going to let me do it. That's just going to let me improvise. Still got to do it. So right now I have 3 movements. So I thought this was the card that was going to let me copy, but it's not. It's a card that's going to let me trash this super awesome card that I really love and I don't want to get rid of, but I will to improvise again and hopefully get the movement that I need. So actually what we're going to do is we're going to play this and we're going to play that, and we're wiggling it a little bit. This is why you need to plan your turn before you do it. There it is. There it is. That's the money right there. So we're going to play all these cards on this turn. Yes, this is going to work out, folks. This is beautiful. All right, so that will give us the 1 movement that we need, and that even bumps us down to 1. All this stuff is, and then we trash the card from your hand to improvise again. So that card is now gone. That's fine. I don't really care that much about that card, but we got the movement we needed. We did need 1 attack, which we don't have, so we're going to take 1 point of damage there. But we're here. We can collect the artifact. Bada boom. Give us the damage. That goes straight in our hand. Oh no, but by doing that, we're not going to have to shuffle. God, that's the whole point of doing it. No! You're so hard, game. All right. But look at all this cash. Got cash for days. Hopefully I can buy something. Because these are not helpful, but I can refresh it. Thank you, game. And the other cool thing about refreshing, wow, I really like that, is that you can put these cards on top of the discard pile in whatever order you want, which means I can put that hat on top, and I can still get that 1 point of damage in addition to drawing 3 more cards. Very clever design choice there. Very clever design choice. Let's see. Based on the comic books, Fabian... well, I don't know. Anyway. Focus. Drawing our 4 cards. Did we move him? I feel like we already moved him. I hope we already moved him. Yeah, I think we moved him. He was right there. Now he's right there. We got this, which means these go away. And we are going to go back as long as we spend a card. So what do we do here? Like first thing we do. Don't forget. God, I keep forgetting. I'm so bad about that. We do our stick and encounter. And we are actually at a location. So the expedition, I believe this is maybe ruins? Like, what is this location? Let's check. I wish, you know what? I wish that this page that I'm trying to find was closer to the back. I wish the map legend, you know what? Ma'am, slap the back. I wish the map legend was down here. Like, bam, that would have been nice. 3, it is cursed. Oh, it's cursed. Holy moly. All right, we're in for a big one. Potentially. Let's see what happens. Oh, this could mess up my plans. Caravan for water. This is like a scythe type thing. I love scythe, baby. All right, so we've got our caravan for water. I can either turn in that to gain, so I can turn in 4 move to ride with them and get +2 bullets and +2 food, or +2 water, which is great. I can rob them to get +4 bullets, which is really tempting, and +2 curse, so I could wave goodbye. I feel like I really need to rob them because I want to get these bullets, so we're going to take the 4, but I have to turn in 4 action. Oh, do I have 4 action? I have 3, 4 action right there, but that'll also let me reload my gun, which I don't really want to do. But I don't want to use my movement. Yeah, I could use my movement. Yeah, I'll use my movement. We're going to do that instead. So instead, I'm going to turn in this, which will get me $2. And then that will also, I can use the 4 movement later if I really want to. I don't even know if I will, to be honest with you. And yeah, so I'm going to decide to ride with them, which is going to give me $2 more and 2 bullets. So that's really good. I have attack. I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm actually just going to... No. I'm going to draw another encounter card. That's what I'm going to do, because this was the first encounter, which you always do, but I'm going to do another. I'm going to do an encounter again, because these look like good choices. I wasn't aware that these were so good. Surrounded. 5 damage, stand your ground, gain 2 grit. Don't care, punch through, don't have 2 movement. Yikes, overwhelmed, lose 2 health, and also lose the game. And that's not great. Okay, so maybe these aren't all good cards. That's a real gut punch. We don't have any more movement to do. We don't have enough damage unless we do this, which, oh yeah, let's do that. That seems like a no-brainer. That'll give us the 5 damage we need. We stand our ground. Yippee skippy, we get grit. But we do also get to reload our gun. So that's good. Oh, that's great, because I might not even get this card back. Oh, so yeah, we did that encounter, so they're not all good. Note to self. These go here. We are done with our turn because we encountered again, which means we're going to draw back up to 4 cards. But since we are now shuffling, we have to move back to San Andreas. But this also is not always bad because we're at the shop, which is great. Oh, that one goes back there. We didn't actually use that one. So let's draw back up to 4, and looky there. He is knocking on our doorstep. Yikes, yikes, yowks. That is really bad. And we also did not draw the cards that we really wanted to draw here. That is scary. So he's 1 spot away. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, he is 1 spot away. He just needs to go there. Now, I believe if he goes there, we'd lose immediately. So this is going to potentially be the last round. Yeah, I think it's going to be the last round, because we have to come up with 22 damage to kill this sucker, and we are going to have a heck of a time doing that. Holy guacamole. Yeah, so let's go to solo rules. That's what we're looking for. The game will end if he enters San Andreas, or if your health ever drops to 0. So here we go. Whew. First things first, we're going to get that magical +6 damage card. Hey, that's an uppercut. That's 3 damage. Yeah, that's 3 damage. 3 damage is 3 damage. Now drawing those 3 cards wouldn't be so bad. Which means we're also going to be able to copy it. So that's going to get us to 6 damage. Don't think about that now, though. Now I'm relaxing. Okay? I'm having my encounter. I'm going to the store in San Andreas. I'm deciding what we need to do. Increasing our bullet capacity seems good, but am I going to be able to reload my gun? Negative. Yikes. Can I buy bullets? I can buy a bullet for $1, yeah. So I can spend 3... Okay, so I can get all the way up to 10, potentially, which would mean that I would do 15 damage. I could do 15 damage from that. That'll get me to 21 damage. That'll get me... Or 18 damage. That'll get me 21 damage. That'll get me to 22 damage. If we can make this happen, we can kill this guy. Let's do it. Oh, but we're going to need... Okay. Shh, don't worry about it. Don't get ahead of ourselves. Let's just focus on the now. So, how much money do I have? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, $15, which means we are going to be able to move... Increase our bullet capacity and buy 5 bullets 5 times each, which means bada boom. We are surviving here, folks. Holy guacamole, with $1 to spare. Yowzas. Now, we still can refresh the market if we want to, but I don't actually know if I want to at this point. Just because I might want these cards. So, okay, we are going to move 1 space, which will take that card right there, potentially. But if we do that, that means we can do this 5 times. It'll be 15, 18 when I trash this, 21 when I trash this, which means we are actually going to really need that movement. Oh, actually, no, here's what I can do. Play this. get a little less cursed, and we move. We're going to take the 1 damage. We're just going to take that damage, which means now we're going to fight the big guy. That'll be our encounter for this turn, is to fight the big dude, which means we're going to need 22 damage. Move that all the way down here. Every last bullet we get is going to get us to 15. And it's so intense that now we got to uppercut this mug. And we got to do like extra damage. We like just broke our hand doing that. And then, oh, actually, before we do that, we're going to uppercut him twice. Bam! And then we're going to break both hands, which means we're going to curse twice. It's fine. We're going to destroy both these cards, which I believe would mean both of these cards are now trashed. Yeah, which means, yikes, that kind of stinks, but they are now completely out of the game, but we have done the 21 damage that we need, and last but not least, kill shot, 22 in your face. Yeah, we actually don't need this card, so we will do that. That'll make us go up 1 on the curse track. That's fine, I'll hold on to that card. These 2 cards are completely out of the game, but we did our 22 damage. Oh my gosh, I did not see that coming. He is dead. Yippee skippy, we get 12 grit. But the Wild West is now a bit safer. And you know what we've been forgetting to do? I feel terrible. We have not gotten rid of cards, I believe, the last 2 turns. So I need to do that right now. Because otherwise, we would be cheating, and I'm going to do it randomly. Not even looking at it. Whew. All right, so discard. So real quick editing note here. I made a really large screw up. What you're supposed to do is you are supposed to go to the Crow Prime spot, wherever the last seen Crow Prime spot was for the crow. I killed the crow and then foolishly threw the crow to the side, thinking I wouldn't need the grit, because I'm playing the solo version of the game, and that is where all of the confusion has arisen, because I actually need to collect the artifacts and then go to the last seen spot on the Crow Prime card. The only thing that I could think to do to fix this issue was to instead change solo variants, so now I'm going to be trying to complete the solo variant, which is the one where I destroy 3 of the monsters. So that is why we're about to abruptly change objectives. My bad, sorry. Alright, so now our goal is to destroy all the monsters we can. So the last scene this guy has been, the Tisaki, is Mountain View. Where is Mountain View? All the way down here. So bam, he is on the board. We destroy him and one of his friends, then we will win the game. We might also figure out what the oh so mysterious Crow Prime is, but not likely. So this guy's going to move 1 space closer, and 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't really matter, so we get to pick. We will send him this way. No, we'll send him we'll send him this way. Let's meet him. Let's meet him and beat him. All right, so now we are on to the next round. I've already discarded a card over here. There was a whole bunch of confusion as I tried to figure out exactly what Crow Prime was, but now we are back to the deck building aspect of the game, which means the Gallop, which will make us move fast and draw cards, which seems nice. Or, ooh, $2 and 2 damage. We are going to need to get some money, and we're going to need to deal some damage. I don't even know. It's so hard. This game is so hard, but I don't want to get cursed, because curse is bad. What do I got in my hand? Oh, I got stuff that's going to get rid of curses, so we'll take this, because movement is not really the key anymore. Before, we thought we were trying to get artifacts. Now we know we just got to kill this giant snake, which is coming right for us. He's coming right for us. So, encounter, and we are, I believe those are canyon. I'm just going to guess. I'm not going to check the rules, because I know it. Plus, this, you fall to the ground with a grunt. Sand and dirt kick up into your mouth. This sounds bad. After spitting out the unwelcome debris, you grab at your legs to see what is wrapped around them. It appears to be a gun belt. It's a bit worn, but still in good shape. You keep it on and decide to keep it. Increase your bullet capacity. Oh, it actually was something good, but we already bumped up our capacity, but it's not something bad, so we should be happy. So we need money. We definitely need money. So that is going to give us $4 right there. That is spectacular. Plus, we could also copy... Oh, but it's going to give us a curse, but that's fine, because we can also play these 2, so we'll have 2 movement. I don't think we'll use both movement. I think we'll actually just go back to San Andreas. But that's going to get us 2 curses down, which means then I can use this Jebediah card, which is going to let me copy the effect of another card, so we will get ourselves $2 more. So we just picked up $6 in that turn, which is nice, but we do move up, boom, on the cursed, and we do have to get rid of all our cards, which is not great. But now we can take our action for the turn, which I believe will be to go to the store, because we are going to need to buy bullets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bullets. Yeah, why are we beating around the bush? Or we could try to complete... one of these. We could cycle through, because I'm not getting to 9 health. So you know what? We're actually, because we're going to do this. We're going to cycle out, so which means... Or I'll use my special ability. Look at the jobs of another player. You may swap a job with them. So now this becomes the question of, would I rather do the job action or use my special ability? So let's check out that specific job action to make sure we want to do it. So job cards. No, not job cards. We want to go to inside San Andreas. Visit the job board. When the player visits the job board, you draw 2 jobs from the top of the job deck. If you ever draw a job that you already scored, discard it and draw another card. The job should remain secret from the other players until it's scored. After drawing new job cards, you may sell one of your unscored job, take water equal to the job's sale value. Ooh, yes, this is what we want to do. Holy moly. So yeah, we're going to take 2 cards, because there's no punishment for us for not completing them. 7 health, 3 movement. Oh, that one will give us a buck. I don't really want a buck. So I guess we'll take that one, because why not? And we're going to sell this back for $5. Holy guacamole, that is a game changer, because that's going to give us enough money to buy all the bullets we need. Oh, yeah, son, we coming for you. Okay, the game's giving me options. It's giving me choices. I feel like I'm at the point where I'm going to lose, but now the game's like, it's throwing me a lifeline, but I just have to figure that lifeline out for myself. And it looks like all the different parts are connected, which I like. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Even though that Crow Prime thing is a pretty big red flag. So, what to do? We did it. That's our action. Oh, yeah, we already did our encounter, so that was our action for the turn. We're done. We draw back up to 4. This behemoth moves 1 space closer, and we hope we get some good cards. What do we got? $2. Oh, bullets. That's great. So we got a lot of action here. We could reload our gun with these 2. Do I want to cycle through cards, though? I feel like I want to heal. Anywho, first thing we do, doesn't matter. Don't plan it. Improvise, so that way we don't forget the steps. Oh, no. We got to make sure we get rid of one of these 2, which means he's gone. And now we got another big monster coming to us. The Wendigo is coming, and he is not a nice-looking guy. I'm pretty sure it's this dude, which we accidentally got earlier. And he starts at the Santana de Asuaga. So now we got 2 big guys coming to us, but hey, they're coming to us, which means we are rapidly approaching the end of this game after a few more turns. So what did we get? 2 bullets or $2 and a curse. We need to get bullets. Bullets are the name of the game, because we're going to be shooting our way out of this situation. So I think... Oh, do the order of operations. Jesus, do the encounter first, which means go to the job board or go to the shop. Definitely think we're going to the shop. We have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, $12. Now, let's take a look at how many bullets we're going to get back. We can get back 6 bullets without getting cursed, which is great. So we're only going to need to spend $4 on bullets. Okay, so that's nice. We could even potentially bring the attack to him right now. We could, how much we need 3 movement and 2 attack to get there. 3 movement and 2 attack to get there. So let's look at our cards before we decide on our action. So we could do that. We could go face this dude, and we would have 2 damage to start with, which means we would still need to do 18 more damage. This will get us to 15. So it's 17, 18. I can't take the health right now. Let's just start buying. Let's just do it. We're going to the store. I know we're going to the store. I'm going to buy... Oh, which one of these am I going to copy? That's the question. I could copy that. So I'm actually going to be doing 6 damage. Oh, and I'm going to get in 6 bullets. Whoa, that's a game changer. Okay. So I only need to buy 4 bullets. So let's just go ahead and do that. Spend 4. So we now have 4 bullets in our holster. Okay, we have $6, $7, $8. I could refresh if I wanted to here. I could also buy health increase my health, increase my curse threshold. What do I want to do? It's so hard. I feel like I want to get this hat. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to refresh. Oh, but that jacket is so nice. It's such a nice jacket. No. Refresh. We're going to put the jacket right there. We're going to put the horse right here. We're going to put the hat right there. That's our refresh action. Get 3 more. Get some. Ooh, a knife. Double knife, baby. Okay, can we afford all this? 6. All right, so we're going to buy double knives. Knife, knife. Bam. These go in your hand. Splat out for $6. Okay, we have $2 left to spend, which means we can do diddly squat with that. That kind of stinks. Oh, but these get replenished. Maybe we'll get something cheap. $2. $2. No, not $2. All right. I need to shuffle those better apparently as well. So that is really nice. We have $2 left to spend. We have done our encounter action. Now we're going to the action phase, and we're going to bring the pain to him. Hopefully it doesn't kill us. Fingers crossed. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we are going to go boom, boom, boom. That's going to get us 1 curse, which means we are now cursed. Oh, no. Did I misplay that? Oh, because that is a big deal. That means we go from 15 damage down to only doing 10 damage. Oh, snap. Do we have anything to know? But luckily, since this is a solo game and I can totally cheat, we're actually going to put back one of our knives. Excuse me, can we return this knife, sir? Not typically, but since you seem pretty scary, we're going to let you do that. So I'm actually going to bump up my curse space 1, which is great, because that means we're not quite cursed yet. So how I did that was I put back the $3 that I spent on the knife, and instead I spent $3 to increase my curse threshold. Fixed it. We're all good. We're not cursed, which means we will be on 5 with that. That's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. We have our 3 movement right here, right? So we have 1, so 3 movement, and that's the 1. So we have 2 movements left. Boom, which means we've now spent another. So we have 2 here plus 3, so that gives us 5. So we have 5 damage. We are not cursed. We already have 5, which means if we spend everything, once again, that will get us to 15, which 5 plus 15 plus the knife, which means we don't even have to spend one of them, but we're still spending it. We're giving an extra little stab. Means that we have dealt the 20 damage we need to do to kill this stinking thing, and bam, I should get like $5 for turning in that pelt. Actually, I'd probably keep it. So we are 1 step closer to winning the entire game, all right? All we have to do is beat 1 more big bad monster. All these cards going into our discard pile. That one stays out. Oh, we still have cards in our deck as well, which is spectacular. We've taken our action. We're going to draw up to 4 cards. I think we might actually pull this game out. Granted, it wasn't the game I thought I was playing at the front, but I do like defeating the monsters. So we now have to get rid of a card. We obviously cannot get rid of this one, I don't imagine, which means now... Yikes. So here he's at the expedition. He's coming this way. We're going to just continue the way we're doing, which is that our goal is to kill this guy in the next turn, because I do believe that still in the solo version of the game, it says that you're supposed to take 1 card every single time. The game is played normally, but at the end of every player turn, if you did not capture a most wanted bounty, you must discard 1 from a pile of their choosing. This will mean that the game is always progressing towards the monsters being revealed. So that should be clarified, like 1 little extra sentence. Can the game end because I discard these cards, which means they would now be dead? I'm going to assume yes, which means I essentially have 2 turns to try and defeat these guys who are both now moving 1 space closer. Yikes. Oh, wait, he's right there. Oh, no. If he's right there, then I'm totally hosed because, yeah, he takes the shortest path, and if I go there, I have to fight him, and I'm not going to be able to have the damage, most likely. Let's see. So first thing we'll do, let's just play this out. This has been a train wreck here towards the end, but I'll still give my thoughts at the end because I do like the game a good deal. Movement. We don't need movement. Berserk. Whoa. Draw 2 cards and then discard 2 cards. That's what we need. All right, so let's give it the old college try, see if we can somehow defeat this dude. It is not looking good with the cards that we have, so we can do an event, an encounter. So we are at the ruins. Maybe it'll let us do something crazy. Who knows? Ruins. As you explore the ruins, you come across a rusty old water pump. After a few pumps, water starts sputtering out. You can store the water in your canteen or drink it now. Right, I'll take $5 because if we can find a way to get back to San Andreas, that's gonna reload our gun. But I don't see a way we can do this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'd have to have 4 movement, and we would take 2 curses, which means we would kill ourselves unless we did this. So let's just do this. Let's play it out, see if we can do it. We have 2 movement. We have 3. Oh, no. We're going to do this one first. Draw 2 cards and then discard 2 cards. So let's see what we got. That's bullets. That's attack. We don't want that, so we'll get rid of that card, and then we'll get rid of this card, because I guess at this point we absolutely... No, he's going to destroy us no matter what. I don't see a scenario where we can win this, unfortunately. But I don't know if that's the fault of the game. But anywho, that was a game of The View and the Curse that took an absolutely crazy turn. So let's flip over the camera and let's actually talk about it, okay? Because that one got real stinking interesting. Alrighty then, so let's talk about my impressions of The Few and Curse, a curse-chasing adventure. So the first thing I want to say is, wow, there is so much cool stuff in this game, and part of the reason why I screwed up some housekeeping things here and there is because I was so excited to figure out what I was going to do next. It was like, oh, I have to get this much attack so I can go defeat this monster, or I need to figure out how I can navigate to this specific area without becoming cursed, because if I become cursed, then I take an extra damage, then I don't want to take this damage. There's really cool Tetris-y style thing where you're trying to figure out exactly how you're going to use your cards in order to, accomplish your goal, while at the same time, managing all the cards in your discard pile and your draw pile, because you don't want to have to draw those cards and then have to go back to San Andreas. And there's so many cool aspects in this game with the wanted things and with the monsters moving around the board and with the different artifacts and going to the store and having adventures and the scythe. Oh, there you go. Scythe-style cards that you're going to get into when you go to the cursed areas that give you choices on what to do. And I love all that, and it comes together really, really well and cohesive. And I'm really excited about this game. But I do want to say, playing through the Curse game, the solo game, I don't feel like the solo game was optimized as well as I would have liked to have been. There's some actions that you're never going to do because you don't have other players. My special ability, I wish they would have put in there that, oh, instead of this special ability, it's slightly modified because you're playing solo. It feels like a little bit of an afterthought. But that being said, this is exactly why I like having solo variants in games, because I screwed the pooch on this one, but when you're playing solo, it's not a huge deal. But now that I know the basic concepts and how everything works, I feel incredibly comfortable teaching this to my game night and to my son, so you can expect a Bauer family learns of this as well, because I know he's chomping at the bits to play it, because, let's be honest, it looks cool, it plays cool, and wow, there's so many neat things going on. So in the end, my initial impression of The Few and Cursed is, despite the fact I screwed up that solo game, and I actually screwed up another solo game last night for, once again, because I forgot to do the little bookkeeping things, because I was so excited about, getting on to my next turn and how they do the deck building. But in the end, wow, Few and Cursed, awesome. Can't wait to check it out. So expect probably a Bauer family learns on this one and a thoughts from the corner, because I imagine that my game night is going to want to play this as well. But there you go. If you enjoy what I'm doing, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. Most of the time, I don't screw up the rules on these sort of videos, but this one has a lot of little fidgety rules, but I understand why, because they all kind of work together like peanut butter and jelly. Bread? I guess, yeah, bread. Bread would be the third part there. That goes really well. Also, if you enjoy what I'm doing, please consider supporting the Patreon down below, as I'm currently out of a job homeschooling, so any extra income I can bring into the household is spectacular. In the comments below, let me know, what was the last time you really screwed up a big rule in a game? For me personally, this one, obviously, where I just couldn't find that stinking card. I'm going to put it right here. Me getting the card and then not being able to figure it out. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. But the last time I did that on a game night, because that's when things really get dicey, would probably have to be Kami. No. You know, I don't know, because here's the thing. When you're with the game night, sometimes you just get the feeling that, like, oh, something doesn't feel right. Then when someone else reads the rules, they're like, oh, you completely missed this. Whereas when you're doing solo, it's a completely different beast. Maybe I'll make a how to play on this one. A nice short skip the rules on this one. Could I do that? Let me know in the comments below. What was the last big rule or big game you screwed up? And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. I don't know what the Crow Prime is. I have searched through the rule booklet for what the Crow Prime is. I have looked through the cards to figure out what the Crow Prime is. It is not any of these cards. None of them say Crow Prime. It is not any of these cards or the cards we've discarded. Let's see. Crow. Oh, that's the Crow Prime! The Crow Prime's a card! I'm a noob. Total big old noob. Okay. So, yeah. How do we even end this video?